I mean, actually a huge fan of the show. So although I haven't quite finished this season, I've watched almost all of it. And we just got,
Wait for the last 2 episodes.
I know, I'm excited. That's tonight. I just got to the part about you and, your big decisions that are coming up. So let's start with you, and then we'll get into some of the other stuff that's going on in the office. You have kind of a unique role because you're a mom, you're going back and forth between Miami and LA. Talk about, what that kind of struggle has been for you.
Yeah, it's been tough. I mean, I lived in LA 15 years and the show got picked up literally 3 months after my husband and I relocated to Miami. And I saw the demo, right? So I knew the show had a good bone. I knew it's going to be good. So I had to commute back and forth to make my way into Selling Sunsets. I flew literally every week to film season 1. And then we got picked up for 2 seasons and we filmed them back to back the next season. So I had to literally relocate back by myself to LA, and my husband was the one doing the commute, and I also traveled. So we made it work somehow, including 4 and 5. So it's been tough, I mean, the girls in the show complain. I'm like, what are you complaining about? I'm the one who's flying red eyes every week. I have kids, I have work in Miami, but you're complaining you're driving from Sunset Plaza? Come on. It's like everything is in proportions, ladies.
So what, so I'm up to the end of episode 7, and you're talking about your decision about whether to stay or go. And this, this struggle that you have as like, you are being like a superwoman and going back and forth and having kids, and what's the decision for you?
Yeah, so, in season 5 and obviously 4, I was pregnant with my 3rd child, which I unfortunately lost. That being said, I still have 2 kids and my business series is going really well. So it's hard to, in a way, it's hard to give up the show, but it's also hard to fly every week because who is going to take care of my kids? We don't have a nanny. We rely on, parents come to support, and that's what happened with me last year. They really came to help my husband, but I don't want to exit completely Selling Sunset, but that being said, I don't want to do the crazy traveling. I think we can meet somewhere in the middle maybe, but I just cannot fly every week. And looking at the show in general, my scenes did decrease over the last few seasons. There are other storylines that took place, and I'm not giving the drama. I don't have the crazy outfit, so I'm less in Selling Sunset, and that's okay. But because of that, then I don't need to be there every week. I don't need to fly every week.
So you have sort of a role of like the peacemaker in the office. I think, like from the beginning, you've been sort of the calm mother, making peace between the women. How do you see your role?
I got okay. So I'm also very lucky because at the end of the day, you film and you say things, and you are in the mercy of edit. Season 1 was a little bit risky for me because I did say one line without even knowing it might get me in trouble, but thankfully it didn't. So I did stay as the peacemaker. I like the girls. I don't want to take sides. I don't want to be I try to avoid being in the middle of this, and I really try to just focus on real estate and business. That being said, it's a little bit difficult and challenging to stay the neutral one because you are the boring one. You have not much, say, and you don't create anything. So sometimes you see me ask a question, you see me comment, but it's not because I care. It's not because I want to instigate anything. It's just because if I'm not going to say it, I'm not even going to be in the show. So thankfully, somehow, even with that, I am still, my reputation is like, okay, the voice of reason, middle ground. I personally don't like confrontations. But yeah, if someone will come at me, then I can probably respond and not be as nice. You just haven't seen that side of me yet because thankfully nobody came at me. But yeah.
So let's talk about some of the storylines in the season. There was obviously Chrishell and Jason's relationship. And there's a little scene of you in the beginning, and you seem a little bit skeptical of it at the beginning. What did you make of it? And then the end of it, I mean, we know from the headlines at the end that
It's actually, so in the interviews, I did say, people maybe grow up and maybe they decide to make decisions. And I think he may actually marry her, but they didn't show it. So they just show me being skeptical, which is fine because I know Jason for a long time. He's the ultimate bachelor. That being said, I know he loved Chriselle, still loves Chriselle, and I know it's been difficult for him. I think he did the best that he can to give to this relationship, and unfortunately, it didn't work out. And you know, I'm sad for the two of them, but life goes on, and I think they're both mature and they're doing well.
Yeah, yeah. And Mary's promotion is another big topic in the office. What did you think of Mary as a boss? And was she tough? And you see a little bit of her being tough with some of the agents. Was that surprising to you?
No, because
I interviewed Mary and she was great.
yeah, no, and I think she's doing a great job. You know, look, Jason has the office in OC. He has other kids to babysit over there, which you guys gonna see in the new show Selling OC at some point. We saw the trailer and it's a lot of drama there. So he's probably gonna be occupied with that office. So he probably needs someone to manage the office. Obviously, it's probably weird to give it to Chriselle at this point because the relationship. So who else is left? I mean, Christine, we don't know. I'm in Miami, then, you know, obviously Davina and Vanessa are there, but he knows Mary for, I think, the longest time. So it was probably making sense for him to give her the title.
Was she a tougher boss than you expected?
So, you know, people, it's hard to say boss because we are independent contractors, right? I mean, when I sell, Jason get my commission. So it's not like, granted, yeah, if you do things that are not appropriate in the brokerage, you could maybe have a conversation, but we are independent contractors, so it's not that she's directly our boss. So I guess maybe more office manager, if you want to call it that way. Look, I think the only issues she has is really with Christine at this point. I mean, we all pretty much get along. We all are very professional and yeah, I mean, I think she's doing well, Mary. I actually think she's doing well.
Yeah,
as the office manager, as the police officer.
The police officer. Finally, what do you see for your future? I mean, are you gonna maybe do some sort of spinoff in Miami? Do you want to keep coming back to LA and working on real estate there?
Well, there are rumors that Netflix want to do something in Miami, but it's not with me, unfortunately, because I'm not the dramatic one and I'm not going to give them the drama. I'm just here for really sell real estate. I believe in it long term versus reality, 5 minutes of fame. So I think it's going to be potentially with different agents, but I don't know. That's the rumor. I don't know. It's probably not going to be me unless I make a cameos here. But you know, if I can make cameos in Selling Sunset and be relevant somehow. I mean, I actually spoke with a client in LA yesterday. So I'm going to try to get his listings in Santa Monica. It's hard for me completely to say goodbye to the LA market because I know it so well. And I still can refer the business and I can still fly, meet the client, do the presentation, maybe even open house, and then just come here and be with my kids and family, and someone else will take over the showing and all that stuff. There are ways for me to still sell real estate in LA without being there all the time. Yeah. I'm doing really well in Miami. I have 3 girls on my team. Nobody's crazy. They're all very professional. And by the way, the girls, I mean, look, Emma, Mary, Chriselle, they're all actually very professional. And they all sell real estate. And obviously Davina and Vanessa as well. But we're shooting a TV show, right? So we have to give something. Maybe next season, I don't know, maybe it will be more real estate drama versus, 7 against 1.